Hi folks, and welcome back to another D6 session. And I guess it was going to happen once while filming. We've missed out the end of turn 10 and turn 11. Unfortunately, while filming, I paused the action and started filming again, only to find out that there was only sound and no actual video play. The sound was there, I was talking away, rolling dice and everything, but that was it. So unfortunately, we missed out the end of turn 10 and turn 11. But a quick recap, as you can see, the Prussian hussars bounced back and withdrew out of contact with the Bavarian infantry, and also keeping out of range of the marauding Prussian light infantry. There was a brief exchange of musketry, and the Bavarian line basically took the bold attempt to just basically move in to assault the Prussian ridgeline, and that's about it. So we shall get straight back into the game and start playing from turn 12. We'll roll some dice, and of course +1 to the activation dice for the Prussians, and that's a tie. I actually was that's quite handy, because someone suggested, I think on the Facebook page, to actually allow, when a tie happens, the side that won the previous turn will continue with the initiative, which, as I can remember, in the dark distant future, was the Bavarians. So the Bavarians will have the initiative for this turn. So roll the dice to see how many actions they can take. 6, very, very handy indeed. So let's have a look, see what we can do. Firing, so that's going to be 3. Firing the artillery, that's going to be 4. And moving the light infantry over to about here will be 5, just to guard the flank from the cavalry. So I think that's going to be it first. As you remember, movement is always first phase. So 1, 2. That's the movement. So that's one of the turns. One of the actions, I should say. And now we're going to do firing. And we'll start with the artillery again. Firing at these unlucky guys. I've been pounding away at those guys all the way through the game. So a quick check on the firing, and the procedure basically is you pick the target, which I have, make sure the line of sight, which there is, and quick checking the modifiers. Firing the flanks, no. 2 hectares away, no. Target and cover, no, 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 and no. So it's a straight shot from the artillery, and we are looking at 1, 2, or a 3, and they get a damage token. 4, 5, or 6, and they get a shaken token. So that's another hit on those poor guys, and we'll now shoot at them with the light infantry. Checking again, it's only going to be check, making sure it's going to be a +1 to the dice, because we are a skirmish unit. Obviously there's not quite so many of us firing, so it's a +1 to the dice this time. Once again, we are looking for, just checking the actual quality of these guys before I do that. These guys are the militia, so we are looking for a 1 to 4 for a damage token, 5 and 6 for a shaken token. Wow, and that is 4. Well, that means that unit has had enough. So that's the first casualties for the Prussians, and that also gives them 4, 5 damage tokens as well, because there's 4 taken off for that unit, and they've also got another damage token over here. So at the moment the Bavarians are doing very well, because they only have 1 damage token. So anyway, continuing the fire, these guys over here will continue to fire, and once again they are flanks, no, 2 hexes away, no, that's for the artillery. They are firing line, so they get -1. They also have their commander in attached, that's -2. So -2 to the dice. Remembering again that we are looking for a 1, 2, 3 damage. Only a shaken token that time. So we'll continue firing along the line, and this will be the last bit of firing we do this unit over here. So again we have target, yes, they're firing in line, so it's a -1 to the dice. They don't have the commander attached this time, and these guys, I believe, are the militia units as well, so they're not quite so good. So we are looking for 1, 2 or 3 on the dice, and it's a damage token, 4, 5 or 6, and it's a 6, and we have a shaken token. So there you go, that's the 12th turn shooting movement for the Bavarians. Now we're going to see what the Prussians can do. That's not very helpful at all. 1. Well, what do we do? Do we get these guys to form a line? Do we charge the hussars in? 1, 2, 3. Yes, they could make it. And then melee. Or do we just fire? Interesting. No, I think I'm going to have to get these guys to form a firing line. And there you have it for the end of turn 12, other than of course rolling to get rid of the dreaded shaken tokens. And obviously, as you remember from the other game, the way we do this is roll the dice to see if we can remove them. And I've also added for this game obviously as you remember, better quality and lesser quality commanders obviously means that they have a better chance of removing the dice, the shaken tokens. So basically for a veteran, which the Prussian is, a score of a 6 to 2, and they remove the shaken token. So basically don't roll a 1. So there's that one removed. Obviously I can roll the dice as many times as I need to remove the shaken tokens, only once per shaken token. So there we go. That is the end of turn 12, and it's looking yeah, the Bavarians have definitely got the upper hand. They've taken out one of the Prussian units, but they are still advancing well. They've got the marauding Prussian hussars on their flanks, but obviously now it's guarded with the light infantry. So that is the end of going turn 12, and I've noticed it's 9 minutes now, so pretty much I'm going to call it that's the end of the turn. We only got one turn in, I'm afraid, but that was mainly taken up with explaining what had happened to the missing turns. So as always, thanks for taking time for watching the videos, and any questions, queries, leave them in the comments and I will get back to you. And as always, bye for now.